What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. This is my fall/winter basic face foundation routine. I am doing it because I have changed up quite a lot of things, so I thought, might as well hop on camera and do it. So I already have my sunblock on, and this is my Dr. Jart Pore Medic that is going on right now. And I'm going to be using some odd products. Some of them are new, some of them are new to me. Some of them everybody seems to hate but me. So using the Fancy Pants Guerlain Primer, we're going to do 2 pumps today because I'm feeling spicy. This is that amazing firming primer. I don't really know how much the gold helps, but the other stuff in this primer really helps. It just makes makeup application so smooth, and it cuts down on dragging of the brush. You know, if you have like any little like areas of your face that are kind of saggy and the brush will kind of drag and skip, it gets rid of all of that. I love this stuff. I love it. Okay, so now it's where things get a little bit funky. One of the things that you know if you've been watching my channel for any length of time is that I'm a little weird. Actually, I'm a lot weird. And one of the ways in which I am weird is that sometimes I like trying products that everybody else seems to hate, because I find that sometimes I actually like them and I don't know why. I don't know if it's I have some like rare form of extreme skin that needs, I don't know, stronger products than everybody else or what. But anyway, this foundation is my new best friend. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation, which everybody seems to hate. They say it's heavy, they say it's chalky, they say it's streaky, they say it doesn't blend. I have found the exact opposite. And I think one of the issues is that this says liquid mousse foundation, which number one doesn't make sense because it's either a liquid or it's a mousse. It can't be both, right? It's a really heavy cream, but I love it because it's totally full coverage. And I have discovered that the key to applying this well is my little friend right here, my Real Techniques buffing brush, which gives me an absolutely seamless finish with this stuff. So what I do is I'm just using like a little bit. I just kind of smear it over the focal points of my face, and then I'm going to buff it in with my buffing brush. And if I need any more coverage, I will go back in with a second coat. Not bad, right? And then here's my under eye color correction with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, the yellow toned neutralizer, and I just kind of bounce that in with the Beauty Blender. And then for my concealer, I'm out of my NARS Radiant Creamy right now, so until budgetary concerns allow me to repurchase, I'm going to be using another Rimmel product. This is the Match Perfection Concealer in the lightest possible shade, and this just goes on the same way the NARS does. The color is essentially the same. The consistency is very similar. It's not quite as thick as the NARS, but it's pretty close. And it's $4. So, you know, $4 versus $29. I'm not complaining. I'm going to put a little on my nose too, just because I have that little zit that like isn't going away. It's outstayed its welcome. And then immediately I will set my under eye area with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I am almost completely out of, and I'm desperately in need of a restock on that. And then the rest of my face will be the Master Fix Maybelline Setting Powder with my loose powder brush by Flower. And I just kind of stipple it in like so. And just kind of dust away any excess. I don't bake. Baking seems to make me look worse, not better, so that's why I don't do it. Now, for contouring, I'm going to bust out this bad boy. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to do a review on this palette, but I'm going to be going in with this taupey shade down here with, again, my Real Techniques contour brush. Just going to dunk it in and stamp where I want my contour to be, just really lightly. It's so easy to overdo contour when you're pale. It's actually very difficult not to overdo it, but you still need to do it. And then I will go over that with Lazarus from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, which you know is my go-to contour. And just this adds a little bit more depth and coolness to it so that it looks more like a real shadow. And then to blend that out using the flower angled brush, blending up so that my cheeks don't look dirty. And using the same brush, going back into the NYX palette, I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the taupe shade, and I mean literally just 1, 2, and kind of stamp it on my temples, and then rub it out. And maybe a little bit along my jawline too. Now with the same brush, I'm going into this shade right here. It's called Ice Queen. It's a pearly white with a pink undertone. And I'm going to stamp it along my cheekbones, kind of overlapping the contour a little bit, and then just buff it out with sweeping motions. And for bronzer, you know, my holy grail, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Same brush, load it up, and just start stamping it. I call my technique stamp and buff, because that's what I'm doing. I stamp it on first, kind of going all around my hairline, jawline, even down into my cheek area a little bit, and then just buff it in. Now going back to my loose powder brush and this NYX palette again, this time we're going to go into this peachy shade, which is a peachy pearl, loading up the brush with that. This is just going to get dusted over my whole face. I'm using it like a finishing powder, just to kind of make everything glow subtly. And now it's brow time, and you guys don't need to see this. This could take a million years, so I'll just be back in a minute with some brows. So that's it, really. This is the basic new foundation routine. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. Revlon Photo Ready Eye Primer, you guys know the drill. And I don't know, I'm feeling kind of indecisive today about what to do with my eyes. Let's break out the BH Bronze Paradise palette and slap a transition shade on there. I'm gonna be using this peach right here. It's a nice matte transition shade. Just kind of adds a little bit of something to the lid. The one thing that I wish was different about BH palettes is I wish that their shades had names. It would make it a lot easier to do YouTube stuff with them. And I'm just gonna put this kind of grayish taupe shade on my lid. How many times can I say taupe? And we're gonna put some dark brown in the crease, nice shimmery brown. I'm using like 1 particle of pigment, look at that. And then to clean up around the edges, I just use my flower eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna dip back into this peach shade right here, just very lightly, and just kind of go around the edges, just make sure that there's no little crazy moments happening, because I always seem to have a crazy moment that's like threatening to happen. So we want to nip that in the bud. And then to brighten up the inner corners of my eyes, I'm gonna go in with this shimmery off-white. Let's use my little domey one from e.l.f. I find that putting a pearlescent shade in the inner corner of my eye that's fairly close to my skin tone, it's just a really good way to brighten up your eyes without adding an extra, like looking like you're wearing a lot of extra makeup, but it really does make your eyes look more open and more awake. And then just to keep this look from being totally neutral and boring, let's go in with Rainbow from the ColourPop Hello Kitty. This is the white glitter one, and my MAC 219 pencil brush, and this is gonna get stamped literally right on the inner corner. Just right there. No spreading out whatsoever. See, that kind of makes it a little more interesting, doesn't it? I kind of like it. Let's do some winged eyeliner. Never has a simple phrase inspired so much fear. Right, that's probably about as good as they're gonna get. And of course my neighbor just started up his leaf blower. And time to curl those lashes. And I think today I'm gonna go back to my Ulta Volumizing Mascara, just because it's the first one that I had on hand to grab. Okay, and keeping with the super luminous theme today, we're going to bust out the Luminizer Sisters from The Balm using Cindy Luminizer, the blush shade, and my trusty MAC 187. Just going to kind of buff this around my cheekular area. And then going into Mary Luminizer, the champagne one, same brush. Just kind of touching up the highlight on the cheekbones. And, you know, I like to actually bring this right under my eyes also. Kind of pulls it all together. Dude, I forgot to contour my nose again. What's up with that? Let's fix this problem. Now to contour my nose, I'm going to just be using Lazarus. And this is a little... Where did this brush come from? This is actually from Ulta. I think it came in that fall... like free gift with purchase. And then I take Liberatus, which is the white color, and I just go down the middle. Good enough. Let's set this bad boy. This is my L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray in the Urban Decay bottle because the mister is really good. Let that dry. And for lips, I think I'm going to be using my Maybelline Color Sensational Matte in Touch of Spice, which is shade 660. No lip liner because I don't feel like it. And there we go, with leaf blower accompaniment. Sorry about that. I need to have one of those like recording signs on the outside of my house that says like YouTube in progress or something. Sorry about that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on my foundation and basic makeup routine. I'm gonna go do my hair, try to like handle this frizz a little bit, maybe slap some jewelry on, and then I need to record another anti-haul. So I'm gonna get right on that. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching and for spending some of your time with me today. I would love it if you would subscribe. So if you want to, there's the button down there, or you can punch me in the face on the end card. I think it'll be up here, but you never know what could happen. Those end cards are tricky sometimes. Anyway, guys, I will see you real soon in my next video. So have a great day. Bye.